Hey YouTube, I'm back. Over the last few weeks I've been really busy with work and I really haven't had time to do anything at all, especially make YouTube videos. But I did get some free time today and I thought I would show you what I picked up over the last few weeks or so, because I did pick up a fairly substantial amount of items. And I might actually have to break this up into two videos because I do have so many items. But let me get started. And I'm going to start off like I normally do with the movies that I've picked up. The first one is something I've been dying to get for a while, and that is the Alien Anthology Blu-ray set. So this is a 6-disc Blu-ray collection which has all 4 Alien movies and also has 50 hours of bonus material. So this movie collection has Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and the god-awful Alien Resurrection movie. As you see, I haven't opened it yet. I just really haven't had time to watch it. But it does come in a really nifty box, which is like holographic or, I don't know, shiny. It has a xenomorph on the cover. It looks really cool. Also, I do have on pre-order, because I'm a huge fan of Alien, the collector's edition of Aliens Colonial Marines for the Xbox 360 and the Blu-ray 3D of Prometheus on pre-order at Amazon. Moving on to the next Blu-ray I got. This is Redline. I actually think this is the first anime Blu-ray I've picked up. This is Redline. It's actually a really good movie. I guess the premise of it is car racing in space. Might sound weird, but it's a really good movie. Definitely check it out if you can. It came out fairly recently, so definitely check that out. It's really good. The animation's really well done. And finally, my favorite show, which is Top Gear. This is Top Gear Season 15. I think I already have the DVD version of it, but I like Top Gear so much I thought I would support it, so I bought the Blu-ray as well. And yeah, so I bought that too. I think it was on sale on Amazon. Alright, moving on to some UMD movies. I got X, which is an anime movie. Haven't watched yet, so I don't know what it's about. Beavis and Butthead, the Mike Judge Collection, Volume 3. Aeon Flux, the Complete Animated Collection 2-disc set. And finally, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, The Empty Battlefield. Alright, moving on to the Game Boy. I haven't picked up any Game Boy games in a long time, and I have both just the cartridges, and I also have a bunch of boxed Game Boy games. So let me just start off with the cartridges. I have actually picked up original Game Boy games in a long time, and I actually picked these up today. So the first one is Dragon Warrior Monsters, which I remember playing when I was a kid. Next is Legend of River King 2 from Natsumi. I don't know if you can see that with the light. Yeah. And finally, Godzilla for the Game Boy. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, so I had to pick this up. And the cartridge is in immaculate condition. Actually, all 3 of these are in really good condition. Alright, next, these are all boxed Game Boy games. Actually, these are all Game Boy Advance games, and these boxes are in perfect condition. Actually, some of these are still sealed. So the first one is SimCity 2000. As you know, I'm a huge Sim fan, so I had to get this, of course. The Sims 2 Pets. The Sims Bustin' Out. I'm probably going to butcher this name. Battle B Damon, whatever. It's an Atlas game, and it was sealed, and I bought this from Walmart for I think like $1 or $2. I don't know what it's about, but it was $1 and it's an Atlas game. Next is a 3 games in 1, so this is Pong, Asteroids, and Yar's Revenge. Classic games. A sealed copy of Starsky and Hutch. Yes, so it's sealed. Super Mario World, I guess it's called Super Mario Advance 2 Super Mario World, or the other way around, whatever. But this box is in like perfect condition. And finally, for the Game Boy Advance, Mario Pinball Land, also in like perfect condition. Alright, moving on to, I guess I'll just do DS. Actually, I'll hold off on that. I'll show you the Xbox games I picked up. I picked up a ton of original Xbox games. As you know, I'm trying to go for a complete collection. So the first one I got is Nightcaster Defeat the Darkness from Microsoft. This one is interesting. I didn't even know this one existed until I found it on eBay. It's still sealed, and that is the LucasArts Xbox Experience. It's just a demo disc, and it says Volume 1, but I don't know if there's anything, if there's a Volume 2 or 3 or whatever, but I found this very interesting. It has demos for, let's see, Gladius, Armed and Dangerous, Wrath Unleashed, Star Wars Republic Commando, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, and Secret Weapons over Normandy. Oh, so it only has demos for Gladius, Armed and Dangerous, and Wrath Unleashed, and the rest are all trailers. So that's pretty cool. As you know, I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and I thought this was a really nice addition to get, and I was fairly cheap. Next is Minority Report, Everybody Runs. And this is a interesting game because it follows the movie fairly accurately from what I remember, but I don't know if it was for some licensing or they couldn't get the likeness for Tom Cruise, but they got, instead of making it look like Tom Cruise, they put this blonde guy in there, which is really weird. So this is Minority Report, Everybody Runs from Activision. Next is actually a fairly hard game to find for the Xbox, and that is Kakuto Chojin Back Alley Brutal. Back Alley Brutal from Microsoft. This is a fairly terrible fighting game. Hitman Contracts. Enter the Matrix, and from what I remember, this game was not very good, but for whatever reason I kept renting it from Blockbuster. I think I rented it from Blockbuster like 2 or 3 times. I really don't remember why, because I just remember this game not being very good, but I guess there were some parts of it that were decent, so that's probably why I kept renting it. But that's an okay game. I got it for dirt cheap. I think it was $1.99. Dungeons and Dragons Heroes. The game I've actually been wanting to get for a long time. Battlestar Galactica, and this is actually based off the original series, not the new one. So, yeah, I actually prefer the older series as opposed to the new one. The new one's got kind of a little weird. Next is Forgotten Realms, Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance. This is the original one. Next is another fairly hard Xbox game to find, and that is Voodoo Vince. And next is Unreal Championship 2, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, the Leandri Conflict from Epic Games. Next is The Suffering, and surprisingly I've actually been trying to find this game. You find the sequel to this fairly easily, but you never see the original one. But this is an interesting game. So, because it's interesting because the enemies are pretty much it's based on like a haunted prison or whatever it is, and the prisoners become monsters of the way they died. So, like for example, this guy right here died from lethal injection, so he has like hypodermic needles coming out of his eyes, and like I think another guy died from the electric chair, so he has like electric powers and stuff like that. It's a really interesting game. Next is Second Sight, and this is from the people who did Time Splitters. RoboCop, and allegedly this is the collector's edition. I didn't know they made a non-collector's edition, but this has bonus materials, making of the game, and artwork stills. Next is Project Gotham Racing 2, and this is a 2-disc one, so it also has a Xbox arcade. It's just a collection of like mini games and stuff like that. And finally, I actually picked up one of the rarest of the original Xbox games, and it's something you wouldn't expect to be very rare, and that is the Platinum Hits of Sonic Heroes and Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. Nobody would ever think that a Platinum Hits or like any Greatest Hits or any of those types of games to be rare, but this is actually really rare and really hard to find, and actually fairly expensive. But I actually picked up 2 of them. So, because I actually initially bought this one on eBay, and then I found this one at Play and Trade, so I got 2 copies. So that's pretty cool. I think I might sell one of them. All right, so let's see where we can move on to. I guess I'll move on to Gamecube. I was actually really shocked to find these because these are actually really hard to find, especially in this condition. These are actually cardboard boxed games. There was only a few games that are actually put in the cardboard boxes. Obviously they came with an accessory, so that's why they were in the big cardboard box. So the first one I got is Mario Party 6. So it came with the microphone, that's why it's in the big cardboard box. But look at this thing. This thing is in immaculate condition. So that's Mario Party 6. I also got Mario Party 7. Also, this one does come with a microphone. And I also got the boxed version of The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure, but this one, instead of the microphone, comes with the a Game Boy Advance cable. So because if you have I forget which, I think it's the Minish Cap or one of the Game Boy Advance games. Yeah, actually you can use that as a controller, so you can have link it up with the GameCube game and play it like that. So I think I'm going to stop it here, and I'm going to upload this, and then I'll make the second video because I do have a lot of other items to go through. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching.